So this time we've done arc length, we've done sector area, and now we're going to do a couple of backwards working questions. So what they're going to do here is they're going to give us the arc length, or they're going to give us the area of the sector along with the radius of the diameter, and they're going to ask what must the angle at the center be. So we're going to jump straight into it, and I'll cover up the steps. So to answer these, we always still start by writing the formula down. So I know that to work out this arc length of 7 centimeters, I will have done arc length is equal to the angle at the middle all over 360 times pi times by d. Now, I can start to substitute in the values that I know. Well, I know that the arc length is 7 centimeters, so arc length I can change to 7. I know that the angle, they've called it x, so I'm going to call it x all over 360. I know that pi is just a value, so I can still call it pi, and I can work out what my diameter is going to be. That's a radius, so I work out the diameter, and it's going to be times by 32. Now, I need to rearrange this to solve for x, so it's exact same as solving an equation. So x is here, that's the thing that I want to try and solve for. So when I'm solving this, I can see that I am timesing by pi, and I'm also timesing by 32 at the same time. So I can divide by both of these in one step. So I'm going to divide both sides by pi times 32. And that's going to be equal to x all over 360. The x is being divided by 360, so I need to multiply 360 on both sides. Now, when I'm multiplying the left-hand side by 360, it goes into the numerator. And so I can type that into my calculator. I have 7 times 360 divided by pi times 32, which is going to come out as 25.066 ... So that's my unrounded answer. Just double check. It doesn't tell me anything for rounding. So I'm going to round to 2 decimal places. So it's 25.07 degrees, and I've rounded to 2 decimal places there. So what I did was I wrote the formula down. I fill in what I knew. So look for as many values as you can. It should be the angle that's left over. And then I've solved that for x. Now let's try another one here. So again here, the difference, it tells me that it's the area of a sector. So I'm dealing with sector area equals angle over 360 times pi, and it's r squared. Pi r squared will get me the area of a circle, and if it's sector area, I'm dealing with pi r squared instead of pi d. Now, sector area tells me is 27 squared centimeters. The angle, it refers to as x, so I'm going to call it x as well. Pi is just a value, it's a constant, and r squared, well, that's my radius squared, so that'll be 10 squared. Now, I can do the similar steps, and it's actually the exact same to solve this. So it's being times by pi, and it's being times by 10 squared. So I can divide by both of them at the same time. So divide by pi times 10 squared. And that's going to leave me with x over 360. And then I'm going to multiply both sides by 360. And when I multiply the left by 360, it goes into the numerator. And so I can type that into my calculator to figure out what the angle must be. So divided by pi times 10 squared. And so I get 30.939, and that comes out as 30.94 degrees, and I have rounded that answer to 2 decimal places. So again, I'm going through the same steps there, where I'm filling in all my values into that formula, and then I'm solving it for x again. Now, some questions to try. It's really, really important that you are trying these questions. So there's 3 there for arc length, working back to find the angle, and there's 3 there for sector area to work back to find the angle. So please pause the video and make sure you're taking your time working through these, and then mark your answers from the screen to check to see how you're doing. If you aren't getting these right, please go back, watch the relevant part of the video. If it's the first 3 questions, that's the first part of the video. If it's the second 3 questions, then that's the second part of the video. It's crucial that you are marking these and that you're checking to see that you're getting them right.